Welcome back, everybody. We continue with Parshat Vayigash this week, and I want to focus on a midrash that Rashi actually mentions that describes the moment of Binyamin and Yosef embracing after Yosef reveals to his brothers who he truly is. And what it's described in the Torah is that Yosef and Binyamin fall on each other, as it were, and they're just crying. Which makes a lot of sense on a pshat level. I don't need a midrash here to tell me. Of course, that's an emotional moment. After years of separation, you know, they didn't know that Yosef was alive. And now Yosef and Binyamin, the two brothers who, they shared the mother, Rachel, they reconnect. And they're crying. But the midrash has a strange, from left field, maybe not even left field, maybe over the fence, just drop in this midrash which seems so removed from this story that it requires explanation. The midrash says, "Vayipol al tzavarei Binyamin achiv vayef." Yosef fell on the neck of Binyamin, his brother, and cried. Now the word tzavarei is interesting here because it makes it sound like there are multiple necks that Binyamin possesses, which is obviously not true, and I'm not even questioning here that grammatically there was something wrong. But the Midrash here says it sounds like a chishnei tzavarim hayulo leBinyamin. There are two necks that Binyamin possesses. No, Ella. What do we learn from tzavarei? This idea of there was something double in this story. Ella. So what do we learn? Amar Rabbi Elazar ben Padat. Rabbi Elazar ben Padat says, Yosef Rabba Ruach HaKodesh Shnei Beit HaMikdashot Adhidin Libanot Bechelko Shel Binyamin. In the future, two Batei Mikdash, two temples will be built in the section that Binyamin would inherit, which in Israel, which is of course Yerushalayim, that area. And that's the two. That's why there was a double neck. There was the tzavarei. Again, this is very cute in some ways because it's not actually the simple understanding here. But this is what he sees with his divine inspiration. He sees that in the future, two temples would be built in Binyamin's section in Israel. Ve'atidin lecharev. And in the future, they would also be destroyed. And this is why he is crying while he is on his brother's neck. Yosef is crying because in the future, in Binyamin's territory, the two temples would be destroyed. Uvinyamin bacha al tzavrav, and Binyamin is crying on Yosef's neck. What did he see with Ruach HaKodesh, with divine inspiration? Rosh Mishkan Shiloh atid lehasot bechelko shel Yosef atid lecharev. He saw that in the future, in the territory owned by Ephraim, one of Yosef's sons, that's where the Mishkan would dwell, in Shiloh. And in the future, Vatid lecharev, and there in the future, though, it would be destroyed, and therefore Binyamin is crying on Yosef's neck because of what will be destroyed in Yosef's territory in Israel. Now, this couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth about the story. You don't need to read this story more than once to understand. They're just crying because they are brothers who have been separated for so long, and they both love each other and care about each other. And it's an emotional moment. Any one of us who would live through this moment may have had the exact same story. So what's with this business of the Beit HaMikdash will be one day in his territory will be destroyed, and the Mishkan will one day be in his territory and it will be destroyed? What's going on here? So I'd like to suggest the following, that I think helps us understand the simple explanation of what it means that they were crying in that moment. What was the emotion? And I think what the Midrash is teaching us here is that when we have loved ones in our lives, we celebrate their highs, their achievements, their great moments. The moments that you might call the Beit HaMikdash moments, the Mishkan Shiloh moments. When these things are going to happen in your life, I'm going to be there to celebrate with you. That's what's special about having family around. That's what's special about having friends around. People we care about, we love. We celebrate with them and they celebrate with us. But what also comes with having loved ones and close friends and close family is that when they have their lows and they have their tragedies and they have their sad moments of life, we feel them too. We're brought down by them too. That's the Beit HaMikdash being destroyed. That's the Mishkan, Shiloh, being destroyed. We feel it too. And the Midrash is teaching us with this imagery, this poetic imagery of this story that's going on here. It's very nice. It's wonderful. It's simply that they reconnected and were so excited to be there for each other going forward in life. To be there for their highs and to cry with each other for their lows. Were they actually crying because of these events that were one day going to happen? On a pshat level, on a simple level, no. But the Midrash is teaching us that when family reconnect, what they take upon themselves is to not just be there to celebrate the highs of their loved ones and of their close friends, but it's to make sure that we're crying along and to feel the pain of our loved ones, of our close friends, of those around us when they go through the hardest moments of life. And Yosef and Binyamin are reconnected in that sense. They're going to be there for each other through everything that will happen going forward. No matter what the high or how low is the low, they will be there for each other. We too should make sure that we are there for those that we love, those who we are close to, not just when it's happy to celebrate the Beit HaMikdash or the Mishkan, but when things fall apart, we need to cry with them too and feel the pain with them too. I wish you a great week. Be well. Take care.